Good morning, good morning. How are you? Good morning. How do you do? Hello, beautiful people. Akumnandi ukudla kwayizolo. I see my royal divine. Yakubona lapho wena. Hey, Mimi Nalis from Zambia. Now, listen, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to be very long. I want, now that the dust is slowly settling, now I think, hello, Dimpax. Now I think I want to talk about this Vunulo issue and the amabhinqa ntontoni umbeko umandi gqithi ndaxelela sana yo awumandi. I think we must normalize cooking and not even eating that. Cooking today, eating tomorrow. Because yes, I made pap and short rib casserole. Namanje ngisayifudumeza futhi ngiadd chilies ngidle. All right, now let's talk about this. I don't want to be long. So here's my take on this. Hello, Lwazi. My take is that there was a missed opportunity to educate each other. There was a huge opportunity to educate each other that was missed. And here's why I'm saying this. Like, for instance, I'm Zulu. I did not know ukuthi kunemvunulo that is not supposed, that is only, that can only be worn by the royal ebukhosini, right? I did not know that. And just to show it as fun, like Handa as well, with all the anger and the noise that has been happening, I was able to find something that I can learn from it, which I learned ukuthi kunemvunulo egqokwa ebukhosini kuphela, that only the royal family or the royal household can wear, and not anybody else or everyone else. And that was a teachable moment for me, and I believe that it should be respected. You understand? It should be respected. That is not even negotiable. And I'm encouraging everyone to do that, because now also in the LGBTQ plus community, there's people who are saying, now so we're going to buy this Mvunulo thing and ton. And I'm like, let's not do that. Let's not do that. Two wrongs don't make a right. Their tone was wrong. Their tone was rude. Their tone they need to be held accountable for it, because they incite violence. And we live in a very beautiful country where everyone has the right, human right, to be who they want to be anywhere, anytime. So you can't be telling people to leave South Africa just because they are gay. You can leave. Bye-bye. Sharp. So two wrongs don't make a right. So I'm encouraging the LGBTQ plus community not to fall into that trap, because now they would want a reason to justify their rudeness and their violence. Don't do that. Somebody's asking, why is it sold though? It's not supposed to be sold then. Because Nama didn't know. Nama would have bought it. I would have bought it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Let's respect the culture and the tradition, right? It's not supposed to be sold. It's supposed to be made only for the royal family, sharp. And then there's other traditional regalia that can be bought and sold. Yabo? His tone was out of Tonton, out. And he needs to learn a lesson, because he's encouraging other people, for the fact that he has people who believe that gay people must leave the country, for the fact that he has people who would take their time to have that mini match. That mini match. We understand? It means there are people who can believe in Magati, let there be violence against gay people. And also, what's fun is that to them, a gay man is somebody who has nail polish, who wears makeup and hair and tontoni. They would be shocked to find out within that match there are gay men. That is the craziest part. But mabangati, every gay man upuma intutula. In that match, there will be 10 people that would have intutu. You understand? So my plea to the rainbow community: use your emotional intelligence, use your emotional maturity, not ukuthi is on an eye to an eye. We were not raised like that. Nope. We were not taught to do that. Nope. People should be held accountable for inciting violence, but let's not make things worse by disrespecting the tradition and the culture. There was a teachable moment there, please, guys. There was. Imvunulo ayigqokwa unoma ubani. Okay. But the Human Rights Commission has to do something to make sure this does not continue. He needs to know, this guy, you can't just wake up today and think. And also you can tell their anger is misdirected. There's so many things that are going on here. There's illegal people that are taking the jobs, illegal people that are overcrowding the place. There's crime. There's government corruption. There's 95% unemployment rate. The youth is not employed. The youth is going through the most. The youth is depressed. The youth is suicidal. The youth is going through the most. And the one thing you want to worry about is who puts it in whose ass. And then you're going to worry about wasting the entire day. I've never had an uproar. I've never had an uproar. There's GBV. Young kids and girls and women are killed and raped every single minute. Not even hour. Minute. As we speak now, there's a girl who's screaming. There's a girl who's terrified of the perpetrator living with them that's going to wait for the lights to switch off and molest them. But you worried about who puts it in whose ass. And you march, guys, for the whole day. Only to be turned back. Right? Pilani says this does not deserve my attention. It does, my baby. It does. Because if I keep quiet for too long, my talking about it could prevent certain things to happen. Because people need to know, you can't just wake up and say people must be killed. And then if people like myself keep quiet, then there's a problem. People like myself should not match the energy. No, they should not match the energy. There's human trafficking, yes, I see that. They should not match the energy. But at some point, people like myself that have a voice on a platform need to speak. Yes, there's billions of rands that are taken by corruption. There's corrupt political parties and corrupt political members of parliament. And we can't just be now spending 65 days talking about this. You understand? So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. I'm going to save this and then you can add on your opinions as well. Okay. Oh, Lord. Yeah, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. It is. And what they did, samazulu, man. Imagine babakho athi yomashela amagay. Imagine umalume wakho indoda yakho baboshiwe abayi-12 khona manje. Baboshiwe abayi-12. Uyamntwana uyabuza kusasa esikoleni, ubabakho uboshiwe beka mashela amagay. Imagine. So all in all, a lesson learned here is that respect goes a long way. Tone changes everything. Tone changes everything. It's not what you said, it's how you said it. Ebo? I'm gonna save it, Divine. Don't stress my baby. Alright, guys, I gotta go. And I hope you learned now. You know, certain things, walking away or keeping quiet does not make you equal. Thank you, Langa Togozan. Does not make you equal. You get a rasa. My God, to breathe then. Masaka ready and cool man. Sometimes walking away completely does not make you equal. Know which battles to fight. Know which battles to respond to. Know which actions you need to react to. Not just everything and anything. My Kylie, ubulise osbari. So just know when to respond. And lastly, before I go, never confuse my sexuality for weakness. Never. Don't. And I'm not even talking, I'm talking even physically. Never confuse my sexuality for weakness. Never confuse. Never confuse my wearing weaves and tonton for weakness. It's just that I am a better person and a bigger person at that time. But I can't be a bigger person forever. So, le match lena, if besifuna nathi being a hlangan, but it's not going to end well. Because people are going to die. On both ends, people are going to die. But let's not go there. It's not worth it. Guys, life one life. My uhambile guys. Abathi ngoba bolwela itabani zobuya futhi uyafa. Fi cabang. Imagine. Angazi ngema mine, and I promised myself I would never set foot there for so many reasons. Ngizoya emama kusasa ngiyothenga lunch. Ngizoya emama ngiyothenga lunch. Ngiyothenga lunch, ngiyothenga impepho. Ngiyothenga woza emadoda. All right, guys. Guys, we live in a beautiful country. Imagine, and I feel sorry for homophobes, guys. If you're homophobe, and a lot of people, baby, feel like homophobia, babo, and I use this thing as if by protecting culture. No, I'm a homophobes. Unless we worked up, so you could have just corrected the people. Guys, never do that again. Where's the video? I enzi with the son, that's it. Bye. But feel like homophobe, babo. But this guys are I'm a homophobes. Unfortunately for homophobes, guys, asike Ghana, asike Nigeria, guys, asike Kenya, asike Tanzania, sister South Africa, bafethu uNgizwe, sinama routes. You can be whatever you want to be as long as ngahlukumeza omunye umuntu. You can be sinama rights, and angeke ariverseke. Angeke khohlwa. So my homophobe funeka hambe wena. Funeka hambe wena ke mawunenkinga funeka hambe wena ngoba ama gay kudala akhona before, and the fact that ngibazwele ngithi yazi kunabo baba believe ukuthi yimi engaqala lento yobu gay. Kuno baba somewhere o believer ukuthi yimi oqale ubu gay. Ngavuka nje mina ekseni ngadli iapple or ipiyeri ke ngathi uAdam udli iapple mina ngadli ipiyeri and then ngaba gay and then ngayiqala into ukuthi ngivele ngibone lapho ukuthi shema man guys yazi sine opportunity yokufundisana and you know there's a part of me that feels for them laba abanye not law rasayo laba abanye because abazi guys abazi the only thing they know even not the way but ngayo amakhosikazi abo, that's what they grew up knowing. So abazi guys, you know, that's the part enokungiphatha kakhulu ukuthi abazi lutho laba balana bacama ukuthi nje ubutabane ukudlana nje kuphela. Abazi ukuthi you are born gay you are born lesbian, you are born whatever. Abazi, you know, there's ngathi bahlaliswa ile ukuthi unkosikazi manje indoda singathatha isibongo sika senkosikazi, you know. So it's also the fear of the unknown, abazi. And I'm not trying to defend and justify lento abayenzayo. Most of them abazi. Guys, people are easily manipulated. Human beings are easily manipulated. Easily manipulated. The fact that kunabantu ababelieve ukuthi bakuspraya ngedoom uzophola. The fact that kunabantu ababelieve ukuthi mawuphuza umchamo weqhude uzoba rich on tontoni. People, human beings are easily manipulated. So to a certain extent, I do feel sorry. You know, yeah, they think being gay is a lifestyle, which also I don't blame them, because there are people who treat it like it's a lifestyle. I mean, I've dated guys about being like I've dated guys about being, but they're in the closet, and they are the ones also who would sit around groups and say homophobic stuff. And then one day also umuntu uyenza because we experiment or we feature, and it's found out. Then they're like, I want to put your face, and they think everybody's like that. So we can teach each other without being rude to each other. Yes, Joel, we although we can't spend our entire lives teaching people about ourselves, they must want to learn. You know, same thing with racists. We can't be explaining ourselves that we are black, we are intelligent, we are human, and we deserve and we qualify. They must want to learn more about black people, because they think everything black is inferior, everything black is not worthy of certain things. They have decided that, you know. So you can't now then spend the rest of your life teaching people about you. Straight people don't wake up and teach everyone else about themselves. So why must I spend the rest of my life teaching people? They must ask then if they don't understand. You understand? Yeah, well, so ngizonibona kusasa ke sohlangana ka my and Ngizwe Hashem. But word of the day, respect is earned. Okay. Okay, let me read this last one. Achi ukuku labo. That particular attire the guy wore is reserved for royalty, apparently. If I understood correctly, I could be wrong. Yes, apparently that attire is reserved for royalty. You know, and that could have been a teachable moment. You understand? They could have that guy could have gone to social media and addressed it with bafethu. Kuso. Sesizela nabanye futhi nakusasa. Ningayenzi lento leyo, ayenziwe into enjalo bafethu. Shadani nani ngamadoda ninodwa, shadanani ngamadoda ninodwa. Gqokani traditional outfit egqokwa makushado. Ningagqoki outfit egqokwa ebukhosini. Ngiyabonga. That's it. All I heard was, and then from then on, angisakumameli and even that guy can come back and apologize. He's expressed how he feels about gay people and myself in grand way. But I'm not gonna now think wonka maZulu anjalo. No. The Zulu nation is the most one of the most nations that is warm, hospitable, loving, and don't. Yeah. Ubani sos live. Why would you recognize him? Hey Sipo, what you have no Sipo same time. What does he want? Yeah. Send you WhatsApp. ungitshela ukuthi ufunani. Thank you, Celeste. I love you too. All right. Athi usafudumeza ukudla kwami futhi ngidle. Yes guys. Sometimes uvele udle nje asiphume entweni. Fun bunny, I have to go. Ngifuna ukudla futhi. The freedom of expression anatomy. You are part of the struggle. Yes, I was. Serafina, can I have your number then? No, Sos. Send me a DM. Why am I just finding numbers about? Okay, let me not waste time because I'm going to be safe at this thing.